This is such a good what if about the IndyCar split. Now, I would ask the question, which split are you talking about? Because the original split happened between USAC and CART back in the late 70s, early 90s, and there's a fantastic book about the Indy split and about IndyCar's history called Indy Split by John Oriovics. I hope I pronounced his last name correct. But fantastic book if you are an IndyCar fan of any sort. And I've heard a lot of people hypothesize that IndyCar would be much bigger than NASCAR is today if there wasn't a split, that it might even compete with Formula One the way that it was attracting drivers from Formula One and racing overseas. And I think that's a little bit of a far stretch for me because at that point, let's pinpoint on the 1990s split, which was very detrimental to the sport. We're still feeling the effects of it today. At that point, NASCAR had already been on a huge rise from the 1979 Daytona 500 onward, where we saw Days of Thunder made in 1990. We saw the popularity of Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, and others in the mid-90s that maybe in some ways caused strain and forced the split in some ways, seeing NASCAR grow, but NASCAR was already growing so much. NASCAR benefited from this by being kind of the top dog, and as IndyCar was having a lot of infighting, I do think that contributed to the next level push in the late 90s and mid 2000s. But if you look at it, obviously the split was bad, but there were still a lot of big names and big teams involved in IndyCar racing during the split. I think towards the end of the split is where you saw things really start to digress. So I don't know. I mean, IndyCar would certainly be in a much healthier place. I think you might see similar numbers to what NASCAR has today, but I don't know that it would be leaps and bounds above NASCAR or competing with Formula One. But it's a great what if. I think we all wish we could go back in time and fix this for IndyCar, and it would probably make IndyCar in a 10 times better place than it is today.